So what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word superhero? Some of you may be thinking of Superman or maybe Batman. But I think that a hero is just an ordinary individual that finds strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. Today I'll be talking about Terry Fox and the Marathon of Hope. First, I'm going to talk about his early life. Then I'm going to talk about the marathon, and finally about his legacy. So Terry Fox, he was born in Winnipeg, Manitoba, here in Canada, but he moved to Port Coquitlam in British Columbia when he was a child. As a child, he enjoyed playing a lot of sports such as soccer, rugby, baseball, and basketball. But his passion was for basketball. When he was young, a lot of his physical education teachers told him that he wouldn't be a good basketball player because he was short. And his coach suggested him to be a runner. He didn't want to be one, but he tried anyways just to please his coach. But he never gave up on basketball, so he continued practicing. So finally, at the age of 12 maybe, he won the award as the best basketball player in his high school. After high school, he wasn't sure if he wanted to go to university, but his mom convinced him to enroll to the Simon Fraser University. And he studied kinesiology as a stepping stone to becoming a physical education teacher. And also in his university, he was considered one of the best basketball players. Until this point, you can see that everything that he wanted, he reached it. But all good things must come to an end. So at the age of 18, in November 1976, he was driving his car to home, and then he saw like a bridge under construction, so he got distracted, and the car crashed. He felt a little bit of pain in his right leg, but by the next month he felt the pain again, but he decided to ignore it until the end of the basketball season. By the end of March 1977, his pain had intensified, so he finally got into the hospital, where he was detected with osteosarcoma, that is a kind of cancer that grows near the knees. So doctors told him that he could only have 50% of survival, and then 15%. He thought that the cause of his cancer was because of the car accident, but the doctors told him that that wasn't the reason. There was no connection with the car accident. Anyways, he needed to start using an artificial leg and amputation. So while he was at the hospital, in the hospital, he felt like so frustrated to see a lot of younger children suffering from cancer, and also he was angry that so little money was invested in cancer investigation. And this is how all it started, the Marathon of Hope. He wanted to use the rest of his life to inspire people and to give hope. So this idea started when he read a documentary about Dick Trump, that was the first amputee to compete in the Marathon of New York. And then he decided to enter to a 14-month training, and after that he told his family, but of course they didn't support him. He wanted to run the land of Canada to inspire more people and increase cancer awareness. So the Marathon of Hope started here in St. John's, and his idea was to start here in Vancouver, Victoria. So he filled 2 bottles of water with the water of the Atlantic Ocean here. One, it was for souvenir, and the other, he intended to pour it in the Pacific Ocean when he had reached his goal. But unfortunately, when he got like here until Thunder Bay, his cancer has reached to his lungs, so he couldn't continue. So he stopped and then he went back to British Columbia. But at the moment that he stopped, he already had raised $1.7 million. And a lot of people knew about him, a lot of associations were supporting this. So I'm going to talk about the legacy right now. So after his death, Terry Fox became an image and a pride for Canadians. And millions of people support his run every year, and also it's not just nationally, but also internationally. And a lot of physical memorials were named after Fox's name. As we can see here, this one is a memorial in St. John's. It's where the marathon started. And this one is in Thunder Bay. It's where he was forced to stop because of the cancer. And for the ones that have been in French Canada, this one is in Ottawa in front of the Parliament Hill. A total of 34 streets and roads, 14 schools, and 14 buildings have his name. And as I said before, it's not just internationally, it's not just in Canada, but also internationally. And nowadays, over 60 countries support and participate in the Terry Fox Run. And nowadays, the Terry Fox Association has reached $700 million for cancer research. And as Terry Fox, also today I told you about Terry Fox, his early life, the Marathon of Hope, and his legacy. And as Terry Fox said, even if I don't finish, we need others to continue. It's got to keep going without me. So cancer is not just in Canada, but it's all around the world. So we can all support this. This is a web page that there's a lot of things that we can do. For example, volunteer, donate, participate. And I'm sure that in one of our countries, they organize the Terry Fox Run. So if you're able, you can join. And if not, we can spread the word. Thank you.